Hello, everyone. I'm Ginny. I am a life coach, and I use a lot of meditation and tapping in my practice. Today, I'm going to share with you a very brief guided meditation on taking stock around where you are with the things you're creating and considering letting some things go, bringing everything into present time. Take a moment to take a deep inhale and exhale. See if you can slow down the breath just a little bit. And then sit up nice and tall. Allow your back to be long. Take another inhale and exhale. And as you feel ready, as you feel settled in a position where you can stay for a few minutes, go ahead and close your eyes. And again, notice the breath and see if you can slow it down a little bit. Perhaps inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Notice, how is it to be you? How are things at this moment for you? And then back to the breath, noticing the breath, inhaling, exhaling. Notice that you have an energetic connection to the earth, a grounding cord, and you have a space around you, an aura, which is filled with your own energy. Your energy is unique to every other person's, like a thumbprint. How is it to be in your space? Without any judgment, just notice it and then take your attention back to your breath. Begin to notice now what is coming up for you when I say present time projects. A lot of people have a lot of projects. We're just getting busier all the time. So many opportunities. Notice that list and notice how you feel about it. We're not jumping into the details of your to-do list, just noticing that you have one and you have some emotion around it. And then back to the breath without any judgment. And begin to move things out of your space that are not working for you. For example, if you have any heaviness around this to-do list, know that you can send that heaviness out of your space. I like to send things out through the grounding cord, so you could visualize that, or you could just invite that energy to leave your space and know that simply by having that intention, you can move that energy out. So what's coming up around your current projects, your to-do list, your creations? And how do you feel about it? And anything that feels like it has a negative connotation, let that go. I'm going to bring that to-do list, that very broad list of creations, into present time. So letting go of the things that are not as much a priority as they were when they got onto the list. Things that are done, things that have changed. Perhaps you put something on your list 6 months ago or more, and you were really determined to do it, but now it doesn't feel important. Perhaps it's something that you could let go without any judgment. Just let it go. Notice if that would be okay, or would that impact you in some negative way? What is the present time energy around all of your creations? Is there something that you could let go? Perhaps it's something that someone else will take care of or already has. Perhaps you had things to buy that you really don't need. Perhaps you had something you needed to plan that's no longer relevant. What can you let go of? Identify one thing that isn't present time or isn't serving you that you can let go without any negative repercussions. Is there anything that you just keep transferring from list to list? You keep telling people you're going to do it. You keep telling yourself, more importantly, and then you don't have the energy to do it. Perhaps it's because it is no longer needed. Perhaps other things have become more important or more interesting. Identify that one thing and put it out in front of you and put a bubble around it. And then move it away from your space. You can be creative. You can put it in the mountains or in the ocean or down in the ground on the other side of the earth in a different universe entirely. You can be playful with it. Move it out of your space and then imagine you're just going to let that go. And notice if there are any emotions coming up about that, about letting things go. Any fear, any judgment. Again, we're not letting go of anything that's going to create any negative repercussions. We're letting things go that aren't in present time. So if you're having any guilt or shame, for example, notice that without judgment. Feel it and then let it go. Exit it out of your space. Invite it to leave your space. So your space can be clean and bright and shiny and include the things that you are interested in, the things that you are going to do. Now that you've let a few things go, your space probably looks and feels a little different than it did just a few minutes ago. So imagine you're going to call back into those spaces that you opened up, more of your own energy. Imagine that you've left a little bit of your energy here and there as you have lived your life over the last 24 hours or week or month. Maybe you left some at the bank or at the park, at your friend's house, at your family's home. And other people might be very happy to have your energy in their space, but it suits you better than anybody else. So call it back. Imagine it's that simple to fill in your space with you. Allow it to be simple. Notice how you feel as you do this. Is your vibration changing? Take your attention back to your breath now as you kind of put that on autopilot. Calling your energy back can be on autopilot. And bring your attention back to your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Notice that you still have a grounding cord connecting you to the earth, an energetic cord. Does not matter if you're sitting outside on the earth. You can be in a building, you can be in an airplane, you can be anywhere and have this energetic connection. Notice if that energetic connection is in present time, or do you need to let that go and perhaps create a new grounding cord? You can create a new grounding cord as often as you want, and you don't have to be in a meditation to do it. You could get in the habit of creating a new grounding cord anytime you start a new project or a new meeting, a new meal, a new activity. It can be very simple. And it's a wonderful tool to have an awareness of. So make sure that your grounding cord is what you need at this moment. And take your attention back to your breath. And we're going to gently begin to come out of the meditation. As you feel ready, you're going to open your eyes, perhaps slowly if you're in a bright room. And then look around, let your eyes look around the room, perhaps looking at every corner, moving your head just a little bit, bringing yourself to the space that you're in, back into the body. Perhaps stretch. And often I will bend and touch the floor as a means to just get a little movement in. Take another deep inhale and exhale. Notice where you are now after just a few minutes. Thanks for joining. Namaste.